Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of First Look, Final Word, the podcast where we take you along to see a movie with us. I'm Pete.
And I'm Trevor. Thanks for tuning in, you downtrodden criminals, staring up at us in our ivory tower. Today, we're listening to... I think this is like the second time I've done that. Yeah. Today, we're going to be watching Highest to Lowest.
Yes.
When a Titan music mogul is targeted with a ransom plot, he is jammed up in a life or death moral dilemma. A reinterpretation of Kurosawa's crime thriller High and Low, now played out in the mean streets of modern-day New York City.
There you go. Yeah, it's not. We're not driving anywhere this week. It's another one of our infamous home shows.
Yes, an Apple TV watch.
Yeah, I think did this get a theatrical release?
Very limited.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing it out. So
well, because Apple was doing like a full release thing, but they've kind of since retreated.
Yeah, it seems from doing to be, that. Right? Yeah, maybe they just do the minimum requirements or whatever, and just
I think like around the time where Wolves came out, they started just doing more straight to streaming stuff.
Gotcha. No, it's quite nice just being able to sit in the basement sometimes, though.
Yeah, it's a nice break. We don't live exactly like close to a good theater. Is the thing. Like there's some closer ones to us that are a little dingy, so we
it works out well for the format of the pod because we can record a decent amount on the way there. We don't have to sit in the parking lot recording.
Yeah,
but now we just sit in the basement recording. So whatever, we can have a nice cup of tea and relax.
Yeah, well, exactly. Well, we don't do it too often. We like to stick with the format, but it is a nice little option.
Yeah, sometimes it's tough to get out. We got busy lives, man. Give us a break.
Yeah. So it's Denzel and Spike together again. After a long time. Like I think I saw like Inside Man was the last time they did a movie together. That was like 20 years ago.
Yeah, and so I think I was reading it's just like the fifth time they've collaborated or something like that. I couldn't tell you what those 5 are, but I saw a blurb that's what it was.
So Malcolm X, great. Like I think that probably Denzel's best performance and Spike Lee's best movie. Like I really, really good. I can't think what the other ones are besides Inside Man.
Yeah, well, I mean,
you know what? I'm home and I can Google
look
it
up.
now.
Yeah, we can Google it. But I've got my confession this week is I've got a huge blind spot with Spike Lee.
Really? Okay. Total?
Well, I've seen one movie.
Wow. Okay.
I was going to see if you could guess which one it was.
Okay. Is it a 21st century?
I don't even know.
Movie?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah, definitely.
Is it Black Klansman?
No, I never saw that one.
I can't believe you only seen one Spike Lee movie.
I don't know why.
Wait, so you didn't see Inside Man?
I did.
Okay, that's
that's the only one. I was like, you've already said it. No, but that's because I was going back now. I was like, I'm pretty sure I must have seen more Spike Lee movies, and I was like, nope, not seen it.
So you didn't see 25th Hour?
Nope.
Like, okay.
Yeah, and I don't know why, but no, like.
Well, I don't like
growing up. It passed me by, and I've never gone back and watched stuff.
Well, he is a very like American director. I don't know if he would have traveled
I don't think Northern British Pete was really the demographic for his movies, but in my old days, I'm 41 now. I could have gone back and watched them.
That's true.
Let's be real.
Well, and his movies often play at the Cannes Film Festival and stuff too. Or do you Brits care about about that at all?
No, not overly. No, but so it's weird. I don't know why. So I'm looking forward to this one. Maybe this one will kickstart my Spike Lee rewatch bandwagon.
You know, he does have some really amazing movies, like a handful of masterpieces or near masterpieces. Like I think his quality has dropped off in the last 10 years or so.
Yeah, well, he's not done much, has he?
Well,
or has he? I don't know. I guess I'm not the person to make that statement.
he has, like, I have different opinions on some of his recent ones, like Black Klansman, for instance. Like, I think half the movie is like really great, and then half
that got pretty good reviews
yeah,
when
well,
it came out, right?
that's the one that finally got him his Oscar.
Yeah, I was going to say I think it got some award stuff going, didn't it?
So yeah, he won for best screenplay.
Oh, he did. Oh, okay.
After and that was like a long time coming.
Yeah,
basically, I don't know how many nominations.
Was it one of those ones where it's like,
well,
this is for the cumulative effort over the last few
sort
decades?
of like, and like he had a bit of a chip on his shoulder about it, but I think kind of rightfully so.
Right.
It's like Do the Right Thing is his sort of like undisputed masterpiece.
That's the one I like. That's the one I've heard a lot about. But
and he didn't get a nomination for it for directing, which was like pretty egregious at the time. And yeah, that's the one where like Driving Miss Daisy won instead of Do the Right Thing. And, like it's just that has not aged well at all.
The optics on that are pretty bad. Oh man, I didn't realize that. That's brutal.
Yeah. But yeah, so like I was gonna say like he's such a great technical director sometimes, but then some of his recent movies, like like Black Klansman and The Five Bloods, have like these amazing sequences in them, but then some sequences of the movie just seem to be on autopilot for some time. So I'm not like, I don't know if other people feel that way about him, but that's sort of how I've been feeling about his work lately.
Well, I saw this one was getting pretty good early reviews, I think, or reviews. So maybe a return to form, maybe.
Okay, great.
I mean, I don't know, but I'm here for it. Like I say, maybe it's not the best one. Maybe his newer stuff might not be the best stuff to start watching if you're doing a rewatch. But
oh yeah, like another thing he did recently. This was like a COVID release, but like filmed just before COVID. Maybe like he did a concert film.
Oh,
American Utopia.
Oh, okay.
That's the David Byrne show. So I was going to recommend that.
Here we go.
I'm going to recommend that to you to watch. For people who don't know, from our
so you must have loved that one then.
It was amazing. It was really really good. Yeah, for those who don't know, Pete and I got into an argument about Stop Making Sense in our Pink Floyd Live at Pompeii episode. So I'd say check that out.
Yeah, but I'm not a hater. I feel like I'm going to get a reputation of being a hater.
I'm sorry. Like, just cut this out.
I do like the band, but I just didn't like that movie.
Just cut this out. It's fine.
No, it's staying in.
It's fine.
It's like there's normally an ongoing thing with our podcast. It was Kenneth Branagh for a long time. we let that drop.
We sort of dropped that. Like we gotta.
If you're an old listener, maybe you'll get that reference.
we gotta restart the rivalry. You know what it is? I've blocked him. From a few things.
We had to get that restraining order, didn't we?
Well, because I blocked him at his main one, which was just like kennethbranagh@gmail.com, and then he emailed me from like kennethbranagh1@gmail.com.
He's got burner emails.
And so like I just like proactively blocked Kenneth Branagh like 1 through 99, and that seems to have stopped the floodgates.
Got one of those AI filters on there.
So he's probably going to figure it out at some point, make a different email address.
No, I'm sure he will. Anyway, so would you consider yourself a fan then, a Spike Lee fan, or not?
Yeah, no, I'm definitely a fan. I always see his new movie when it comes out. And like I said, like I still am liking the movies that he comes out with. Mm-hmm. It's just that they're not quite hitting the highs.
Right.
It's not highest for me.
Yeah, but I mean, you gotta love a bit of Denzel as well, though, right? Like, I'll watch anything with Denzel Washington.
Yeah,
he's got a pretty good rate. And like, who else is in this? Jeffrey Wright is in it, right?
Yeah, Jeffrey Wright's in this, and
don't know who else is in it. Some rapper, I think.
Is it A$AP Rocky?
Sure.
Is that it? Okay.
Is that? He had a $sign in his name.
Is that? I think that might be the first time I've said it out loud. So
I don't know how you say it. I know
yes. So he's in it.
Right.
I think it's. How else would you pronounce it? A$AP Rocky. It's.
Yeah, sure. I don't know. I'm not with it, Trevor. I just try not to try. A$AP Rocky sounds right though.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll get flooded with
that's
A$AP Rocky stands now.
That's the. It says Rosie Perez and Anthony. Oh, they're playing themselves in it.
What, really?
Yeah, so Rosie Perez and Anthony Ramos.
What? That's weird.
Well, Rosie Perez was in Do the Right Thing with him.
Was she?
As well.
But
So
playing themselves? Oh, that seems odd. But anyway.
well, we'll see how it
Guess
goes.
we'll find out.
So Don Lemon's playing himself. Oh, I don't know. Maybe
all right. It's not a documentary, is it?
could be.
Anyway, so it's based off of like a Kurosawa movie? Is that right?
Yeah.
Have you seen that movie?
Yeah, didn't I lend it to you?
I don't think so.
I lent it to somebody.
What's it
I
called?
don't have it. High and Low.
High and Low.
So it's not
I
one
don't
of
think
his.
so.
It's not one of his like most known.
Right.
It's like it was a contemporary movie, like contemporary at the time, like
okay.
early '60s, where he's more known for doing like samurai.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not like samurai popping around.
Yeah, and it's not my favorite of his, but it's
Okay.
still like an incredibly good movie. Like
right.
so like I think Parasite owes a lot to
really?
High and Low. Like it deals with
okay.
a lot of similar themes.
Oh, interesting.
Especially like geography of like rich versus poor.
Right. Interesting.
So it's and like it's I think it's a good story for like a modern adaptation, but like it's pretty risky like doing a remake of such a well-known movie.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I
Well,
I have no idea what the story is, so I'm going into this a bit blind. But I mean, it's interesting that, like you say, that you remake something that's already been done by a really venerated director.
And Spike Lee did the American remake of Old Boy.
Did
you see that one?
I didn't see that. Who was
That was Brolin. It was
right.
Brolin
I remember that
and
coming
Elizabeth Olsen.
Was it any good?
No, it was.
It's like there's some things you just don't. I just don't think you should try and remake.
And it's not like. It's a pretty controversial story.
Yeah,
so, like,
that's what I mean.
So
it's not like this is an ageless tale that everybody loves. It's like it's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, so like it's.
Did they change anything in it, or was it just basically the same deal?
Well, I'm trying to think.
Was he eating octopus in it, Trevor?
The main twist. The main twist is the same from
right.
what I recall.
Right.
Because I went into it and like they still have like. They did
the hallway scene.
They did the hallway scene, which is like is perplexing to me.
It's like why bother?
It's like that's what the movie's most known for. Like, what is the spin that you're putting on this?
So I mean, it's been like, let's say people have paid homage to that scene like in many different ways. It's like it's been done to death at this point. Like, why even bother redoing it?
Yeah. So like it's very perplexing that he did this, especially because like for a guy who's so known for like writing his own stories.
Yeah, maybe he just really loved it and just wanted to do it. It's like when Gus Van Sant did Psycho, just like screw it, I'm just gonna do it because I want to do it.
Well, I heard like his WTF episode.
Oh yeah.
Like the Mark Maron podcast. So he said. Because he did Psycho right after he did Good Will Hunting.
He was like, he could do anything he wanted, right?
And so he did Psycho, and he's like, I did it because I wanted to see if doing it shot for shot, you could recreate the same magic. So it was basically like an art project.
Because he could have just threw money at him and said, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm just going to do the thing I'm never going to be able to do ever again.
So like he wasn't even like approaching it with like hubris.
Wasn't even trying to do it like that.
He was sort of just like, it's like, is it possible to recreate the magic?
I just always wanted to know if this was possible, but I just never
Yes.
wanted to spend the money on it because I couldn't afford it.
I think there's like a quote that says like, I did it so then no one else could ever do that again. Like it's just such a stupid idea.
I guess if you need reasons to do something, I guess go for it.
Yeah. When it's like Robert Zemeckis when he did The Walk, like the movie where the guy like he does a tightrope between the World Trade Center.
Yeah.
It's like he watched the documentary about that, and he's like,
"Wow, I remember it came out not long after. Right?
This is really great." So then he just did the exact same thing, except like
was that like Joseph Gordon-Levitt or something?
Yeah, man,
I can't even remember that.
The movies it is at. Have you seen it?
No, I've not seen it. I've not even seen the documentary.
I think like
I just remember it all coming out.
It's like a great technical achievement of like it really looks like they're doing it, whatever, right? But Joseph Gordon-Levitt's performance is disastrous. It's
really?
It's really, really bad. He's
Does he
doing
do like an accent.
He's doing a French accent the whole time.
Seriously, that's
and
amazing.
it's really bad. Like,
it's like so unnecessary.
I like him as an actor, except for when he does a voice.
He makes bold choices, man, with some of the roles he takes.
Bold is a word for sure.
He makes choices.
Between that and like the Snowden movie,
I
I'm like,
say that one either.
Just don't do a voice. You're not good at it.
Well, he's one of those actors as well where you like is very distinctly that person. So when like some people can disappear into roles and you're just like, yeah, that's fine. But some actors are just like, no, that's not what you are. It's like, please stop trying.
Well, anyways, we've gone down a bit of a rabbit hole here.
On a tangent there, but yeah. So this one, I don't know if it's fair to say that it's the same as Spike Lee, but like I say, I've not seen his Old Boy, and I've not. I don't.
Yeah, well,
we'll see what this one's like.
I think that this one's actually like a pretty good idea to remake, because it's like it's a lauded movie for like people who love Kurosawa and like have seen like 30 of his movies. Like it's not like you wouldn't list this in the top 10.
You all know that famous movie that everyone loves.
So yeah, I don't mind that he picked this one.
Fair enough.
But anyways, maybe we should talk about our...
Yeah, should we jump into our project?
Yeah, Last Action Heroes project.
Yes, TM.
I don't think you could do that.
No, I don't think you can.
So for those returning listeners, Pete and I do these ongoing projects. Usually we're doing like film franchises and stuff like that, but right now we're doing a project on like action stars of the 80s and early 90s.
Yeah, we usually try to do them sort of running up to a new release, so this one's kind of tangentially
gearing up to the Running Man.
Up to the new Running Man, even though that's not going to be like the old Running Man. If you want to hear us talk about the Running Man, then that was our last episode, so
so
go back and check that one out.
So we're sort of covering this by action star. Mm-hmm. Last week we talked about Arnold.
Yep.
And so we thought it was only fitting this week we would talk about Sly.
Yes.
Sylvester Stallone.
The big two.
Those people who aren't on familiar terms with it.
Yeah. And the idea being was that we weren't necessarily going for their best, doing air quotes, for movie, or like most beloved, but more maybe ones that you might not have seen as much or don't get as much attention, or maybe just ones that we've not seen and we want to watch and talk about.
Like at least like interesting to talk about in the scope of their career.
Yeah. So that's what it'd be like. So it was like, oh, we're going to do First Blood, we're going to do Rocky, like, but we decided to go in a slightly different direction.
Yeah, want to see?
Yeah,
want to say it?
Yeah, it's going to be in the title probably.
It'll be in the title.
But we're doing Cobra.
For those who are just like listening, not reading.
We're going to do Cobra this week, which I had never seen before.
I had never seen it either.
There you go. So a great choice.
So I knew of this movie's reputation as being dark and kind of dismissed by critics at the time.
Yeah, like gritty, violent, right? Like
they
had to cut a bunch of stuff out just to get an R rating, from what I understand.
Well, I can certainly understand.
Because what year would this have come out?
This came out in '86.
Right. Okay.
So when I started watching it, I thought that like, oh wow, this just seems the exact same as Lethal Weapon. Like, did they rip Lethal Weapon off? It's like Christmas time in LA.
Yeah.
But Lethal Weapon actually came out the year after this.
So Lethal Weapon ripped off Cobra.
Well, I'm sure this was like Lethal Weapon was probably filming when this came out, right? But like Shane Black always does his movies at Christmas.
Exactly. Yeah. It's interesting parallels though, like you say.
But did you see like how this project got started?
No.
Because Stallone was originally cast as the lead in Beverly Hills Cop.
I did read that, yes, and you tried to rewrite the script or something.
Well, and that's what I really wanted to dig into, because it's the main difference between Arnold and Sly is that Arnold, I think, was better at giving himself over to like, I'm going for this director, like tell me the tone you want, I can match the tone. Whereas Stallone was like, he's more of an auteur kind of guy for sure. Mm-hmm. Definitely wants to think of himself as an auteur.
Yes, he had the ego for it for sure. Yeah, because it's like every movie of his from those days where I read into it, it's like he was always clashing with like the producers, the directors. Like he wanted to be so involved with rewriting it or just writing the whole thing, or like take it over and basically directing it, which I think like he supposedly did for this movie, right? He basically directed it from all reports.
Yeah, well, the thing is, like he wrote and did he direct that first Rocky? No. He didn't direct the first one, but he wrote Rocky, which was like an incredible script.
Yeah.
And he directed some of the sequels, and like he's occasionally like a pretty good director.
Like he can do it, right?
But then like he just has this big ego about him, and like whenever he signs on to movies, he says like, you know, I'll be the star, but I also get to take a run at the screenplay.
Exactly,
and then
I'm gonna rewrite it.
and then he has a hard time taking direction.
Yeah. He sounds like he's a nightmare.
He sounds like he's a nightmare, but also like, you know, he's just got such a unique personality too.
Yeah, there's a reason why, even though he was a nightmare, he's still got so many movies made and some absolute bangers.
Well, and like the relationship between Stallone and Schwarzenegger is so interesting.
If you ever have time, just read up on that, and do read the book that we've kind of based this off, the Last Action Heroes. It has a bunch of those great stories about the rivalry between all these guys, and it was crazy back in the day what they got up to. I don't think we'll see anything like it again.
No, well, not like you don't have action stars like Stallone and like Schwarzenegger anymore who can just kind of become franchises onto themselves.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, right? They were like the closest thing I guess would be like The Rock these days.
I think so, but like it's like he's been chasing like being a Schwarzenegger, being a Stallone, but
basically, right?
Like he hasn't got a character that in the same way.
No,
like
there's not like he hasn't had that franchise that's just kind of blown up, right?
Well, he's sort of always been more famous than
he's just the Rock,
movie,
right?
Yeah. Like his biggest franchise would be Jumanji or whatever, right?
So,
but like,
right,
what is his character's name?
No, it's called The Rock, I think.
Right? He's the Rock in jungle attire.
Well, he's always in jungle
attire.
Yeah,
exactly.
All right, well, let's get to the meat of it, Trevor. Did you like Cobra?
I think for the most part I liked it.
Yeah.
Like it feels like a product of its time.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure.
Definitely.
I think like as I was watching it, I just thought like, you know, Stallone is just trying to be like the baddest motherfucker in this movie. Like,
really
it feels like a little desperate. Like he's just desperately trying to be cool.
I know exactly what you mean.
But some of the sequences I really liked.
Yeah. When I was watching it, it was really interesting. It was a really interesting process because I was like, it's an interesting one because it's like so 80s and so of its time, like you said, and I'm like, because I've never seen it and I have no affection for it or like fondness for it, I'm coming at it fresh, and I was like, this is garbage. Like I really didn't like it that much, and I was like, and then I was thinking, is that just because like I feel like if I'd seen this when I was a kid, I would have been like, yeah, fucking Cobra, so he's got a Cobra on his gun, how cool is that? And I'm like watching it now, I'm like, that's so lame.
Well, because this movie is probably just as good as Commando.
Right, but I don't know about that. But that's because I love Commando.
I think the action's directed better in this than in Commando.
Yeah, I give you that. But none of the lines land for me. It's just because it's 2025 and I just can't get myself in that headspace.
It's so funny because like the lines are all like people are just serving up these like layups to Stallone to just like smash it down in their face, right? Like
they're very good.
No, they're not. But like he thinks they're really good, and then he's trying to act like he's like, I'm just so cool, whatever, man. It's fine. I got a toothpick in my mouth.
I did read somewhere though that like it was like so heavily cut down and edited because it was like an hour and a half less the version I watched at least, and I read that like obviously they cut a bunch of the stuff out, of the really violent stuff out for the rating, but then they also cut out like it was still over like an over 2 hour cut that they had, and they cut it way down because they were worried and they wanted it to play more in the theaters. It's like we need to make our money back on this movie, so we'll just cut it to the bone so we can play it more. And I'm like, and when I was watching it, I was like, I kind of get it because I felt like fucking half of this movie is missing. It's just skipping through so much.
I didn't realize that, but
the plot makes no sense.
Because we do sort of just skip to different locations sometimes, and like sometimes we're just like we're seeing characters outside of a building talking, and they're like, well, were they inside the building talking at some point?
It's like I feel like I'm missing a lot of what's supposed to be going on.
Yeah.
And like the plot to me just like I didn't make any sense to me. It was like so cheesy and weird. It's like there's a death cult and they're like trying to kill random people for reasons.
So like a big theme of The Last Action Heroes is that, you know, the 80s movies or the action movies of the 80s were really informed by like Reagan era conservatism. Right. Like
satanic panic.
Yeah, like, well, and exactly like, you know, this is like, you know, society's falling apart and cops like this are the ones who are keeping it together.
The macho cops are going to save us all.
Yeah. And this...
Which, you know what? I'm not against that, though. But, like how it make a little bit of sense, like as you're going through. I couldn't follow reasons why anyone was doing anything by the end of it.
I'm definitely able to, like, separate, like, you know, the politics of movies of this era and just like being able to just enjoy it for fun. But this does seem like the worst example of this sort of thing, where it's like, you know, these people are just running around killing people for no reason whatsoever.
I just like, because in my head I was like, it had all the elements that it should work. It's got like, oh, here's the creepy bad guy that is like the foil to Sly. He looks kind of creepy. He's killing people. He's part of this weird cult. Sly's got to go up against him, and like, he's got to save this girl. I'm like, all the elements were there, but they just didn't really make any. They didn't really fit for me. I was like, what's even happening? Like, the bad guy wasn't even that good. And like, he never really had a great showdown with him. He's just like running around mowing people down with a machine gun. I'm like, I don't even know what's happening.
Well, the gang in this one reminded me of, like, did you see Assault on Precinct 13?
Like, which one?
The John Carpenter one from the 70s?
I'd seen that a long time ago, but I didn't see the remake.
It's just like, it's just this crazy gang, and this guy, through a set of circumstances, accidentally kills one of the gang leaders, and then they chase him to a police station, and then they're all just saying like, oh, we gotta murder this guy.
Gotcha.
This woman just like sort of saw a murder.
Could you explain that, or did you understand that? Because I didn't understand why they were so hell-bent on killing this lady.
No, there's no reason. Because
and, like, they chase her out of the city.
She sort of saw what was happening, but like it didn't even click for her. Like she didn't even think twice about it.
She saw the face of the one guy. She didn't even witness them doing anything.
She couldn't pick him. Like like these guys have to look up what the Streisand effect is, because, and like obviously it didn't exist because the internet didn't exist.
Yeah, exactly.
But like they're like, well, she saw our face sort of, so therefore we have to throw all of our resources towards killing her.
It's like they literally like storm like a police station or whatever, and then don't get her, and then chase her out of the town, and like multiple people are getting killed trying to kill this woman. Well, and it's like, at what point are they just like, maybe we shouldn't really worry about this?
And they are just dropping bodies. You got to think like it's gonna, like they're gonna be able to ID some of these gang members and then trace it back to us a lot.
It's like, how much of your resources do you need to spend on this? Because like, it wasn't even like, oh, like we need to get her to the stand to testify because then he's gonna go down. It's like, no, they literally have nothing on this guy.
Yeah,
they don't know who he is. And like, it was just like, that's what I mean. I felt like
no, they had
all they had to do was make a reason why they were trying to kill this woman, and they couldn't even think of a good reason, and they just went with it anyway.
It's honestly like there are a million reasons that you could write into a script to make their motivations make any sense.
And it doesn't even have to be anything clever. It could have been just like she did something to piss him off because he's a psycho.
Yeah,
like if she'd been like, "You're a fucking ugly psycho." It's like, okay, that's a bit more than just like she went, "Oh, I kind of half recognized him."
Did this gang remind you of like Shredder's gang from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Like
that's a great one.
They're just like hanging out underground, like kind of like, you know, have like a skateboard park in there or whatever, like just clanging on pipes.
Yeah, they were just kind of like, it was like video game like NPCs, just like they just kept generating like when they were like on
the motorcycles,
so many motorcycles, and he was just kept shooting. He just turned around, kill 3 guys on a motorcycle, run around a bit, kill more guys on a motorcycle. It's like, where are all these guys on motorcycles coming from, and why do they keep going?
Why didn't they leave that like motel because he knew that they were coming for them. Like,
yeah, who knows, man? Why did they even go there in the first place?
I kept waiting for there to be a backstory about why he's always wearing gloves.
Well, that's what I mean. Maybe there's a lot of stuff that got cut out.
But like, I'm like, did Cobra get into like a fire or something and like his hands are burned? Because that's why he never takes out gloves, because he fucking eats pizza while wearing gloves and he cuts the pizza with fucking scissors. Did you notice that?
He cuts a really tiny little piece of pizza out of the bottom. That's what I mean. That whole scene, I was like, what's he doing? Because he gets home and he pulls out of his fridge a pizza and a carton of eggs. And I was like, what the hell is he making? And then he sits down and he opens the pizza, cuts it with scissors to make a tiny piece of pizza, and then opens the egg carton and it's all his gun cleaning stuff in there. So he's just sitting cleaning his gun that he keeps in the fridge. And maybe that's a good thing, I don't know, but it just seemed weird to me.
Well, and
I was like, is that supposed to be cool? Because it just seems weird.
I think he thinks it's cool, but like it's like, this guy's so damaged he doesn't know how to be a person or whatever.
Like, he doesn't even know how to cook pizzas.
You know what? It got my attention. Like,
it did.
Like, first off, like, don't cut pizza with scissors. That just...
First of all, you don't need to cut a slice of pizza. It's already a slice of pizza. It was already cut into a slice. You don't need to cut it anyway. But why he has to cut it with a tiny little piece with scissors to make a tiny little piece? It's funny you said that, because that's like the stuff that's stuck in my mind. It's like, why is he doing that?
Well, and like, take off your gloves when you're eating food, man.
I didn't even notice the gloves, I'm going to be honest with. I think I was just
I'm a bit of a germaphobe, but like he's wearing those outside, he's touching everything, he's coming in and eating pizza with wearing your gloves.
Yeah, that is pretty gross.
That's disgusting, man.
Yeah, now you mention it.
Wash your fucking hands.
It was the 80s, man. I didn't care about that kind of stuff.
And his apartment seems so ridiculous for his personality. Like,
yeah, it was weird.
It doesn't match him at all.
Yeah, it was a very confusing movie. Although, you know what? I really like the opening scene with the supermarket and like the introduction of like, I'm fucking Cobra. I'm just going to come in with my tight pants and fucking take this guy out.
I think his plan is so stupid, though.
Oh, yeah. And the thing that I thought was a bit odd with that is like, he didn't really kill that many people at the start of the movie. It was like, I thought he was just going to go in and start wasting like people, and he was just like, no, I'm going to, like, the bad guy, I mean.
Yeah, he only kills one person, right?
He comes in and it's like, the guy's like, oh, I'm a psycho, I'm going to kill all these people in this supermarket. He just starts shooting like the shelves.
And then he shoots one guy in the back.
Yeah, he shoots the one guy that they show in slow motion like 8 times. And I don't know if it's just because of the times we're living in and I'm jaded and I'm just like, that's not a big deal. Like, shit like that happens all the time.
But like, Cobra's plan, he like sneaks in and then he like has a clear line of sight of the guy, but instead of shooting him, he throws a can of something like basically in the same direction he's in, and the guy starts shooting at him.
The product placement in this movie was amazing. He's like, I'm just going to hide behind this giant can of Pepsi. Or Coke, or whatever it was. It was amazing.
I think that wasn't that one a beer? Like, wasn't that one like...
They got the Coors. I think he threw like a Coors can, but I think there was an advertisement with the pouring Coke.
And there was a different time where he was drinking a Pepsi.
Oh, there was lots of Pepsi and beer placement in this. It's amazing.
Yeah, but that, like, I don't want to complain about it too much, though I think there's a lot to complain about.
Yeah,
but,
I think it's one of those you could easily pick apart to death. But I mean, any of these old movies you can, if you really want to get into the nitty gritty. I mean, they're not trying to make like amazing cinema. Like,
I do like seeing Stallone just like waste a bunch of guys. Like, it's kind of what he does best.
Yeah. It just felt like it was a bit uninspired for me. Like, I think I wanted it to go like more balls out and just be like do crazy stuff, versus just like mow down a bunch of people with a machine gun while they're riding motorbikes.
It certainly didn't break any molds there for sure.
Yeah.
Like it did sort of just miss the mark, and like Lethal Weapon came out the year after that and basically did something similar to this in a much better way.
Yeah, I think that's why I'm a bit like cautious, because I think like I'm being overly harsh because I'm watching it in like so far after the time. Like when it came out, it was probably like, this is brand new. I've never seen anything like this before in my life. But now it's like many years later, and it's like been done to death at this point, and done like a lot better.
Well, and there's nothing, like you said, there's nothing really unique about this movie, even at the time, aside from that they were going very hard with the violence.
Yeah.
Which I do appreciate.
Yeah. I would have loved to see. I would have loved to see the unrated version of this. Like, I was reading like some scene like some people get like their hands cut off, and like proper brutal stuff happening to people.
Cool.
Yeah, I was like, I'll see a bit of that, sure. Make it a bit more interesting at least.
Yeah, I gotta stop this gang and cut people's hands off.
That's a pretty good slide. There you go.
Thanks.
I was gonna jump on board. Then I was like, I'm not even gonna try.
No, I think you've done Sly before, haven't you?
Maybe I have, but I'm not doing it again. No, but good on Sly for trying. It's funny though because like his like badass cool Cobra outfit. It's just like it's just not cool when you look back at it.
It's not cool at all. Like it's just
the pants and the jacket is like he thinks he's so cool.
But it's definitely a movie about a guy named Marion who is overcompensating for everything.
That's a great point, though. You put it right in there.
Yeah, my name's, don't just call me Cobra.
It's like it's not your name, though, is it? The whole scene where they're talking about his name and he's like that little store and he's like playing with the bobbleheads and stuff. It's like, what are you even doing over there?
Well, when they're in the bar and he picks up like the big hamburger thing, it's like I think he doesn't know how to be a person, that's
exactly what it is.
But that I think that's got to be deliberate. Like that's how he's playing. It's like this guy is just like something's wrong with him.
He just doesn't know how to act like a normal person. So he's got to pretend he's some kind of character.
No, I got this is a big hamburger.
That's basically what it was.
So, anyways, it sounds like I liked it more than you, even though I have the same complaints.
I don't know. I think it's one of those movies where I was watching it and I was just like, I don't want to watch this anymore. Like once I was like an hour in, I was just like, if I wasn't watching this for the pod, I probably would just be like, I think I get this now. I'm just gonna turn it off. Which made me a little bit sad because part of me was just like, maybe I've just waited too long to watch this, and now I can't appreciate it for what it was. Like you said, like Commando is not a good movie, really, by any metric you could measure, but it's one of my favorites because it's just awesome. Maybe I would have thought Cobra was awesome if I watched that when I was in my early teens.
But, for Commando, like, he has proper motivation. They have a cool thing going on with, like, he's got
feed some deer with his daughter, man.
He's got a time pressure, too, and then, people can't know that he's actually not on a plane.
Yeah.
Commando's got some interesting things going on. I think the action is really poorly directed, though.
Oh yeah, it really is. It's just like, let's just film Arnold doing stuff. Yeah. But it works well enough for me, to be honest.
Well, what's really interesting about Stallone is that he has two of maybe the top 10 most famous characters in movie history, not even just action movie history.
Yeah.
Like Rocky and, whatever, the other guy.
What's his name? Marion.
He has to, he kind of resented the fact that he was just known for doing Rambo or Rocky, and he always wanted to go off and do other things, but then sort of had to just retreat back to that safe space.
Yeah.
Even though this movie did make a lot of money.
Oh, I'm sure it did, yeah.
But, I think that they realized afterwards that, okay, we got away with this. We can't push our luck with a sequel.
Right. Part of me really just wanted to see the Beverly Hills Cop with him in it. It'd be a total different movie.
It's honestly,
it's just Cobra, I guess.
It's baffling how, that project originated with Stallone as, mostly a straight drama or whatever.
Yeah, they just kept the name basically and changed the entire thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good name, I suppose.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
He's from Detroit. He's not
exactly.
He's not from Beverly Hills.
Yeah, that's a conversation for another day.
we have an episode on Beverly Hills Cop.
Do we?
Well,
we did the remake. We did the new one, didn't we? Of course we did. Yes.
We did Axel F.
Axel F.
Yeah.
Yes. That was a good movie.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I love that franchise.
Yeah, that was a pretty good franchise.
Yeah.
Got its ups and downs, but pretty decent.
Well, exactly.
Wouldn't have done an Axel F with featuring an old Sylvester Stallone. That would have been amazing.
So I asked this question last episode. Okay. Maybe we already answered it, but what are Stallone's strengths as an action star? What makes him unique? Not just compared to Arnold, but
That's a good question. What does make him unique? I mean, definitely his physicality. But I mean, you could say that about any action star, I suppose. Yeah, I don't know.
I guess maybe this movie is a bad example for this answer. Is
Yeah,
that
it's hard to think with this one in
he
particular.
has this everyman feel to him, despite having this jacked body,
right?
And not even like everyman, but like he sort of feels like a working class sort of guy.
Yeah, that's fair.
In a way that like you can buy him more, like as a I work as like a ranger on these mountains or whatever, right? As opposed to like Arnold Schwarzenegger, who looks like an alien who came down.
Yeah, I think he also like Stallone always. I think he tried to be like super sincere when he was with his roles. He always played them like he always put like sincerity into it. Whereas Arnold was just like a fucking cartoon character in most of it. It's like you can tell he was just like, I don't give a shit. I'm just playing like. Okay, but Stallone always seemed like he was trying to be a bit more grounded with stuff and a bit more intense with it, but. I mean, even though some of the characters he played were obviously not.
I think that's a really good point. Like, I think he wants you to leave the theater thinking like, that's a hero. Like, that's someone that I can look up to. Again, not for Cobra because that's not really what he's going for.
I think he wanted to be like, I'm a proper actor. Like this, I'm properly acting.
Right.
Whereas like Arnold and some others were like, nah, I'm just doing action shit. I'm just blowing stuff up and doing one-liners and punching people. Like that's what I'm doing. Right. He was like, no, I'm acting. This is a serious character, and he's got motivations, and he's very cool, and he chews on a matchstick or whatever.
Was it a matchstick or
I think I kept looking at it. I think it was an extra long matchstick because it had a red end on it.
Oh, maybe it was. I can't remember.
Because I was like,
I was just watching another movie recently too, where someone had like a toothpick or whatever match. And
yeah, because I remember.
Did this start with this? It's so annoying. Every time I see it, it's so annoying.
Well, I was looking at it and I was like, because in my mind I was like, it should be a toothpick. So I was like, is this gonna like come to pass like where he needs a light at some point? That's why it was like Chekhov's matchstick. It was just like, when's he gonna strike it and throw it on someone? And he actually does set someone on fire, right? In the movie, it doesn't use the match though, does he?
It's probably a deleted scene or something. That's the only reason why.
Got a light. That wasn't a Sly Stallone. Sly Stallone got a light. Would have been good. But no, the line he actually says when he sets that guy on fire, I forget what it was, but I remember just thinking that is so lame.
Yeah, what does he say? Is it's in that warehouse,
it's so
right?
bad, I can't even remember what it is. Yeah, it's just like so stupid. It's like something off The Simpsons doing a parody of it.
Yeah. When he wrote the script, can't blame anybody.
And he did that thing in movies where he's like, I can't do that because like that would be too evil at the end. He's like, I'm not gonna go down to that level and do something horrible to
you're not gonna shoot me.
Yeah, it's like
because that would be murder.
Yeah, and then it's like he just set a guy on fire. Yeah. Like just a random entrant, he set on fire.
I would have shot that guy.
And he didn't need to set him on fire. He did it for fun.
Yeah,
he's not a good guy.
He was having some fun. I don't think like the grenades never seemed like they would be an effective option in that fight. Like
yeah. Oh man, it was yeah. I don't know. I don't think I'll ever watch it again.
No, probably not for me. I'm glad I watched it because it was a big blind spot.
Yeah, it definitely was because it was a big like part of his career, right?
Yeah, and like I think it's his biggest movie that I'd never seen.
Yeah,
before,
yeah,
so.
me too for sure.
Who are we going to cover?
Have we exhausted Cobra?
Who are we going to cover next week?
It's a good question. We haven't really talked about it, have we?
No, not really.
I feel like maybe we should veer away from trying to like rank them of importance because I think that's just going to get too tricky.
Good point. Yeah,
and just like do one at random. Because like, who would be the next one you would think of? I think we wrote down a list at some point, didn't we?
Willis would be the next one I think of.
Yeah, Willis would be a good one.
Or maybe
Jean-Claude.
Jean-Claude, yeah.
Yeah, Jean-Claude.
Or maybe Dolph. Or
we could do the Jean-Claude Dolph double bill that we talked about.
Well, we did have to miss an episode.
Yes, we were late on this one. Should we just do Universal Soldier for next week then?
Honestly, might not, because like, might be a good way to double up, talk about them both.
Yeah, I think it would. And I remember really loving that movie when I was young, and I haven't seen it in probably 20 years plus.
I saw it last year, but I was...
Oh, really?
I was very... I was very stoned when I watched it, so I don't really remember it very well.
Good lad. No, but and I don't think I watched any of the sequels. Did you ever watch the sequels? They did a whole bunch of them, I'm pretty sure.
I've heard that at one point they get really good. Like there's one
Yeah, well, I
sequel
think
that's supposed to be
they
really
did
good.
like a couple of just like straight to video. I don't even think either of them came back for it.
Okay.
And then I think they brought them back, or at least one of them back, and then like for a decent one that was like the fifth or something.
Right.
But
okay, I'm probably not going to go that deep.
No,
on
I'd
it,
probably just do the first one again. But yeah, because it was one of those movies that I had on VHS and I would watch over and over again when I was younger.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's just because I had it on VHS, that's why I have a soft spot for it, and it's actually terrible, or if it's actually good.
I think it's good for what it is, but again, I need to
Yeah,
to
let's
see it again
save the Universal
Yeah,
Soldier chat for next week.
I love it. Let's do Universal Soldier.
Yeah,
Great.
I'm psyched to watch that one though, because I think it'll, especially because we can talk about both of those guys.
Yeah, and I think it's appropriate for Dolph, especially who's not really like.
Yeah, he's not
Like,
not an A-lister.
Well, he's not selling the tickets on his
Dolph.
own.
Yes.
You know, like he's
But
he's
he was
probably
in, he was in so many of those good movies.
he's
though.
probably like the greatest villain of the 80s.
Yeah, that's a good shout. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I'm
Yeah, we'll get into that.
I'm
We'll
happy
get
with
into
where we
that.
landed on it.
Yeah.
And yeah, for the fans, there'll be opportunities to weigh in on future movies. This is more of like a catch up.
We're just we're gonna run straight into the next one, so we'll figure out what we're gonna do next, and let you guys help us pick a movie for that person. Because there's a few. There's gonna be a few. Don't worry, guys. We're doing like nine of these.
I think 9. Yeah. Now.
Yeah. Cool.
Well,
All right,
should we
well,
get to the
that's
movie
probably enough.
now?
Yeah, let's stick it on. Yeah, before we run out of time here.
Okay.
Just fire up Apple TV Plus and get going.
Yeah.
All right. Don't go anywhere, guys. Welcome back, everyone. That was it. We just watched Highest to Lowest on my nice TV in my basement here, nice and comfortable.
Let me see. That was 2 hours 10.
There you go. Flew by in but a mere blink.
So your second Spike Lee movie.
Yes. Now I can say I've seen more than one Spike Lee movie. So I kind of want to ask you before we get into it, because I feel like this, I feel like this may be one of those times when I need a Trevor hot take to explain to me why this movie is getting so well reviewed. Because I did not.
Oh, is it getting well reviewed?
Apparently, well, I saw there's a lot of people saying it's like a return to form, and I took a quick peek at some of the reviews, and it's like an 84 on like Rotten Tomatoes, and getting a lot of love. But I did not like this movie.
I thought it was mid.
I thought it was terrible.
You thought it was terrible. Okay.
Well, I mean, at least the first hour and a half of it. If it wasn't for you being here, I would have probably just turned it off and gone to bed.
So you think the last part was the best?
I thought it got a little bit better to me towards the end, but I mean, mildly. And that's only because I thought the first hour and a half was just awful. Like, awful.
Oh, interesting, because I disliked the end more than I liked.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I mean, it depends though, because story-wise, like, I liked the way it started off, and I was like here for... And I hadn't seen the trailer, so I had no idea what to expect. Like I said, I hadn't seen the Kurosawa or didn't know the story or anything. So when it started off and it was like, oh, it's here we go, it's Denzel and Jeffrey Wright, and he's the old hand like music mogul, and he's like losing his company, and it's going to be about him trying to fight for that and finding the new big artist and trying to get them up. And then it just, and I was like, yeah, I'm really into that. And then it just kind of diverted into this whole other movie with this kidnapping. And I was like, this is like, it's like a bullshit TV movie that I don't care about.
So do you think you would have enjoyed it more if it was just
I wanted a generic
business movie,
like a generic music industry business movie with Denzel just like doing speeches.
Right.
I think that's what I wanted. But honestly, it's not like that wasn't why I didn't like it though. I just thought what it tried to do, it did terribly. Like if it had gone into like this crazy crime thriller heist like movie where they have to figure out how to get his son back from this kidnapper and done that really cool slick movie, I would have been all for it. But I just thought it was so bad. Like I couldn't find anything to like about it for like the watching the first hour. And like I don't know about you, but for a movie about the music industry,
Very
I think
little-
it's the worst score in a movie I've ever heard in my entire life.
The score is perplexing.
And not even just the score, the sound mix as well. It was so
Yeah.
bad. Like that's what I mean. That's why I said I think I need a Trevor hot take. Because I was like,
Oh, I don't.
Is it so bad because it's like he's trying to like make a point? Like, is
No.
he trying to be meta about it?
No,
like,
I don't
like
think
this is
so.
so bad because this is the state of modern music. It's just terrible. Because like that's the only thing I can think of. Like this is
Well-
the worst score I've ever heard in my life.
I don't know why like the soundtrack doesn't have more like indie gems on there.
Yeah.
But like it's really like, the one song by A$AP Rocky, which I was kind of
It's pretty good. I was
kind
digging
of digging that
actually,
song.
yeah.
Is that song supposed to be really good in universe?
I think so, right?
Okay,
Because I think so. I don't know.
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, well, I mean, I assume so, and I assume that's why they brought him in to play that role, is so that they could
Yeah,
have him
and-
do
well,
a banging tune
I assume
that was very important to the
they're
plot.
gonna go for like an Oscar play for that.
Yeah, it was so
But no,
so bad.
the score like it didn't make any sense to me.
None of it fit.
It was
None of
just
it fit.
it was just like a piano.
Yeah, and it was
score for the
so
most part.
overbearing and loud, unnecessarily
and
so.
Just repeating
Yeah,
itself
just-
all
that's what I
the
mean, that's why I
time.
was
Like, so
like-
it doesn't.
That's why I was like, is he making a point somehow here? Because it's so obtuse and in your face. I'm like, it's not like he accidentally did this, surely. Like, I don't understand because but it was making me quite angry.
I don't know what the point would be. That
I don't know either. I was hoping you could enlighten me because I was just like, I don't get it. It just seems horrible, but that can't just be that it's horrible because everyone's telling that this movie's great.
I don't know. Like I do think Denzel's great.
Yes,
And
if he is the only saving grace in this movie. I felt like even Jeffrey Wright
I
didn't get much to do. I didn't think. I mean, he got a lot to do, but I didn't. I don't think he was served well.
I think he's always good, but this is probably where I like I'm not like blown away by his performance here.
No, but I felt that was more the script though than him.
I thought the two young men, like his son and his godson, both were like obviously not actual actors.
Right. Yeah.
Like they just seemed like two normal guys who were not totally comfortable being on
I felt
camera.
like most of the side characters were like that. They're like all of the police officers just seem like not real people.
Yeah. I do like the touches of like the white police officer being like racist all the time or not.
The thing was though, do you see what Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Yeah, it's the
He's the
vulture.
Vulture.
Yeah, oh, yeah, and he's Dennis from 30 Rock.
He's just playing the exact same guy.
He's way more toned down, but yeah, like
It made me laugh though because the first scene he's in where he's being a dick to Jeffrey Wright for seemingly no reason, and then it cuts to Jeffrey Wright talking to Denzel about it, and he's like, "These vultures," and I was like, "It's the vulture." I was like, "I hope that was an inside joke."
like I do think this movie is exploring some interesting themes at times. Whereas
Yes,
like
I definitely.
I'm trying not to go into spoilers quite.
Oh yeah,
quite
I guess
yet.
we've got to be careful. Of
I don't
that.
think we've really spoiled anything.
No.
That's not spoiled in the trailer.
No.
What I want to talk about is I think that like the themes don't really tie together in how we're feeling at the end of the movie.
No.
Yeah. What I think, and we'll get
Yeah,
more
I
into that.
totally agree. Like with what you're saying, the themes, like are really good themes to dig into. But I just felt like it didn't really explore those themes in a satisfying way for me. It was more like, hey, this would be cool, right? And I was like, yeah, show me that. And it was like, yeah, okay, oh, here it is. And you're like, no, that's not really. Like, you try not to get into specifics, but it just didn't do. It just didn't do it nearly enough for me.
Well, like when like the police are first talking to Denzel and they're talking to him in a very specific way, and then they're talking to Jeffrey Wright's character about this a very similar sort of thing, but they're talking to him in a very different way. Even though like it's sort of the same. It's a similar situation, but like one of them is incredibly rich and one of them is just like a working class guy.
There's definitely a lot it has to say about the divide of the rich and poor divide and race,
well,
obviously,
like,
and
it's certainly
and all that
exploring
kind of
it,
stuff.
but like I would argue that like it doesn't have a very good take on it, And I'm actually like, I question like, where does Spike Lee himself actually like fall on this? Like what is the point that the movie's trying to make? Like, and I think I know what the point is that he's trying to make, and I kind of like don't like. I don't like the point he's making.
I don't even think I do know what the point he's trying to make is. Especially like I know I said that I preferred the end more at the beginning, but it doesn't mean I like the end because some of the stuff that happened at the end we could get into. I was like, I don't even understand what this is trying to say at this point.
Yeah, well, like I do want to talk about some positives. So like I think the movie's making some very interesting choices, like especially with the camera.
Yeah.
I kind of wish that like they're sort of doing this thing, especially in the first half hour, where it will go to like standstill camera from a different angle in the room. So like we're looking at it from over here, now we're going to look at it from over here, and the camera's not moving at all.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, this is interesting. Like, are they going to do this for the whole movie? And then it's like, oh no, just for a few scenes, they're doing some weird camera work.
There was a lot of stuff like that where it's just like, was he just messing around? Like, there's so many. He kept doing that double edit thing where it would like switch and show the same scene half second from a different edit.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. I like that one a lot.
I didn't mind it, but I felt like it was a bit overplayed.
Like each time that there was like a handshake or a hug, they did that.
Yeah, and it was just a bit overly done, I thought. And then I was like, is there a reason why he's doing this? Because it just seems like he's just doing it at random.
Like, my guess would be that, you know,
stylistic choice, I guess.
Like,
I don't know.
Showing things from two different angles, and that's kind of like this movie's supposed to be about from two different angles, from like, you know, at the top of the tower or the bottom of the tower.
I guess so. But like, it wasn't that different. It was just like
it was just like
a stutter sometimes.
It was just like sort of slightly different. I found it interesting.
It bugged the shit out of me, the editing in this movie. I'm not gonna lie. Like that stuff, I was just like, it just seemed unnecessary. It didn't like, to me, it didn't benefit the story in any way or the movie. It was just like a gimmicky thing that was going on. And like the thing where a couple of times it that weird like wipe with the logo from his business. I was like,
it's like
here we go.
Exactly 2 times that they did it. Yeah. It was like 10 minutes apart.
Yeah, and it was like an hour and a half into the movie where randomly this wipe happens, and I was like, have I just missed that have been happening? Or is that just like going to be this? He does it this one time just for like chits and giggles, and then you're right, it does it again 10 minutes later. I'm like, why is he doing this now? This is so weird.
So, like, basically all of Spike's movies have these bold technical choices.
Right.
But, like, last 10 years, I think his instincts are off. Like, I think there's just something that's not landing.
Because it's, like, I'm not against, like, directors doing bold swings and doing crazy stuff like that. But, yeah, it just didn't, like, it felt like he was trying to force it, maybe.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, we'll put in like these double edits. That'll be cool. Okay, we'll do that here. All right, let's move on. Oh, let's do a wipe or something here. That'd be cool, right? And it's like, okay. But there was a couple of shots that I did really like, but it just seemed like, let's just throw everything at the wall and see what fucking sticks. And it was just like, with the score, with the overbearing score, and like some of the scripting was just brutal. Like the lines that we were saying, I was just like, it was just hurting my heart to watch it.
I didn't like Denzel rapping. I thought he wasn't quite pulling it off. I don't know.
I mean, I didn't hate that as much because he even says like, I'm not a rapper. He was just doing it to fucking. It seemed like he was just trying to get in the guy's head maybe a little bit, but
I think
there's so much that happened that was just like, I don't know why that's happening.
I think we're supposed to be impressed by his freestyling rap.
I mean, I guess. Like, there was so many decisions made by characters in this movie that didn't make any sense to me and just didn't seem like what a person in the real world would do.
Okay.
By the end, I was just like, I think this is just a fantasy world.
Well, why don't we go into spoilers?
Yeah, let's get into it. I feel like we might have spoiled some stuff anyway, but whatever.
Well, can't spoil anything that the trailer didn't spoil.
Yeah.
Or if you've seen the Kurosawa movie.
Fair enough. I hadn't seen any of that going in, so I was totally like not expecting what I saw.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, spoilers then. Let's talk spoilers.
Okay. So, for me, like, it's hard not to compare this to the Kurosawa movie.
Right.
For me, the power of that movie is he has to reckon with the fact that he's lived such a comfortable life.
Right.
and this person has lived such a terrible life, and this person hates him, and like both of their lives are sort of ruined at the end.
Right.
Like at the end of the Kurosawa movie, like he loses his fortune and has to start over.
Right.
This one, that doesn't happen.
Well, I thought they kind of imply that though, right? At the end.
No, like he got his money back.
Yeah, but then they implied that even though he got his money back, he leaves the company. And
but I think he's leaving the company so that he can spend more time with his family, do something smaller where it's more about the music.
Right. But like I think they tried, like when he's talking to his wife on the bridge and she's like, "Can we do this?" And he's like, "Yeah, it'll be fine." Like, I think they were trying to make the point that like he's gonna have a lot less money, but then like he seemed like they were doing pretty well.
I think he's still gonna have lots of money, just he's not gonna have as much money.
Yeah, he's not gonna be he's not gonna have 170 million. He might just have a few billion knocking around.
I think when he leaves that prison, he has no sympathy for that character at all.
No, he seems like he actively hates him.
And so for that reason, like I'm like I don't think this movie has sympathy for people who are struggling and don't have the talent to pull themselves out. Like, and I think that that's Spike Lee's perspective, is that like he respects the person who went from lowest to highest, and he doesn't really respect people who are just at the bottom and don't have talent. Like that. Maybe that's me not being fair, but that's kind of how I'm viewing this movie. It definitely
did seem that, because I was a bit confused by that as well, because in my mind it's like the character A$AP Rocky's character really should have been redeemed at the end somehow.
It really
at
seems
least
like
a little bit, right? Because the way I thought it was going to go was like he'd be like, "Look, like it was the only way I could get your attention. I didn't really mean to cause any harm. I just really love music, and I really want to be on your label." And he'd be like, "You know what? Like, fuck it, let's do it."
I was worried.
It would have been a dumb ending, but it would have made more sense.
I was worried the whole time that's where it was going. Because like this guy,
that's what I mean. Because thematically, that's where it seemed like it was going.
But then when it didn't go in that direction, I'm like, why did we fucking go through this?
What's the point then?
Why is this guy a music producer and this guy is this guy's an aspiring musician?
It didn't make any point. There's no point to the whole movie, really. I don't get it either.
Because like for him to have like sympathy for someone who has like lost everything, did a desperate act out of hatred, and then says like, you know what? I should have been listening this whole time, and I wasn't listening because I was just focused on myself. Like I should have been focused on the music. That would have thematically made sense. I don't think where we landed made any sense whatsoever. No. It's like him just listening to the girl that his son wants to have sex with does not seem.
I mean, she was a good singer,
I guess.
But I mean, I didn't understand that, and like the weird scene at the end where it's like the rap video. Like, was there a reason for that?
I like that. I liked it,
but at the same time, I was like, this seems so random. Like, why are we doing this at this point?
Yeah, and like, was he young? He's a young felon. Is that his name?
Young felon, yeah.
So he's saying like all these labels want to sign me.
Yeah.
Do you think that that's a lie, or do you think that that's sort of true because he's like a flavor of the week, but it's not going to last?
I think it's probably true, but I mean, how can you record music while you're banged up for 25 years?
I guess so.
I guess so, right?
That kid is a pretty good gimmick.
But like, how do you actually do it though? You can't just get a day release to go to a studio.
Sure you can. It's called a furlough.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know how much they give it in the U.S.
Right.
system. Let you go for a day.
Well, I guess, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it was just very unclear, like what the message was at the end. I thought.
Well, and like I don't think that this movie's all like about music all that much.
No, that's what disappointed me, because that's what I was expecting. I was expecting it to be more about the music industry.
Yeah.
And like how cutthroat that is, and how it can change someone who comes from nothing and makes it big, and then loses sight of what he's trying to do, which is basically what the movie was telling me it was about. He kept telling me about how he used to have the ears of the company, and now he's just more worried about the business side of it. Because they tell me that. They flat out said that in the dialogue.
They did, yeah.
And then it's just like, okay, so you're going to show me a bit more of that? Because now we're just really doing this weird fucking...
Yeah.
the handoff of the money scene with the police cars and the Puerto Rican music. I've never been so angry during a sequence in a movie before in my life. It was just a combination of the loud music and
who were all these people?
And all these
who were
people
helping him?
And just none of it made a lick of sense.
Yeah.
It was like it was out of a completely different movie. Because like by the end of the movie, we know who this guy is. He's a guy living with his missus, recording music, struggling. Basically, doesn't have a lot going on. He somehow managed to mastermind kidnapping this kid, having a whole crew of people with multiple motorcycles, somebody who managed to stop the train at the exact right spot so he would drop the bag to the guy who's mid-dance move, timed to perfection.
It was timed pretty well, gotta say.
For no reason. and then get away from the cops by riding around in circles and replacing the money with a bunch of tampons. Who did that? Why? Just to get it back to this guy in his house who just puts it under his bed. It's the stupidest fucking thing ever written. It doesn't make any sense. It's like the whole thing it's supplanted from a completely different movie and just dropped into this one, and it pissed me off no end.
Well, there is a train sequence in the original. It's done very well. I would say.
It's weird because
it's not as elaborate as this. Like it's like they throw it into. From what I remember, they throw it into a field.
But it was just it just seems so unnecessary. For everything in that scene seemed unnecessary. Like the overbearing music was unnecessary. It wasn't bad music, but the way it was just so loud and over the entire scene was just so unnecessary. The copper the vulture driving around just screaming at people and being like just throwing out generic cop phrases and just like, oh man, now I've lost him. It was just like, it was so poorly done. I was just like, oh my god, can we just skip this whole thing? If it just showed him getting on the train and then him just coming off and being like, what happened, I would have been much happier. It's just like, it just seemed like it wanted to be like a really cool, slick crime thriller. Look at all this perfectly planned stuff, and it's just like, that doesn't make any sense in the context of this film.
Well, and when he and Jeffrey Wright are chasing down young Felon on the train again, I thought it was pretty poorly directed action sequences there.
Yeah, it was so bad.
Which again, like, I don't know, Spike Lee's a really good director, so it doesn't make any sense to me.
When he's fighting him on the train and he's just like kicking the shit out of him, and like the sound mix in that scene, it was so weird. It was just like it was like ADR grunts, but like so loud. Like, it was just like, this is so weird and so badly mixed. That's why I'm like, it can't, for a movie about music, it's so badly mixed. I'm like, I feel like it's got to be on purpose, and I don't understand why you would do it on purpose.
There's no way it's on purpose. Like, that's,
but like, how is it that bad?
But that would be such like a meta thing to do. Like, why would you do that?
I don't know. That's why I wanted you to tell me why you would do that. I just don't get it.
I think you have to come up with a hot take. Like, it's.
Well, my hot take is that it's garbage.
But like, I don't think it's garbage, but I do think it's pretty mid. Like, I think it's kind of on par with his recent output.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
I think just something is just missing. Like, he still has the talent, but his instincts are off.
Yeah, I feel like I really should just go back and watch some of his other movies, because man, did I not like this movie. It made me actually quite annoyed watching it. Yeah.
I wasn't annoyed, but I
was annoyed. I was angry.
I wouldn't say this is something that I would recommend
to
to people necessarily.
No. I think a lot of it was just like the elements in this movie should be way better than this. Like it seems like it's unfair to the people involved. It seems like it would be a
slam dunk, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I don't understand how, like, Denzel Washington, Jeffrey Wright, like, look at this screenplay and are like, yeah, that'll be great to do.
Yeah, I do like this, like the scenes with them where, and like the dynamics that are playing out where, it switches. It's actually, the poor guy's son who got kidnapped, and then he's like, he has to politely ask, like, can you please spend all the money you have in the world to save my son when you don't have to?
Yeah.
I thought that part still played out in a good way, like, because they're two very good actors, and that that stuff's really enjoyable.
I really like that part of the movie, I'm being honest. The whole, like, when it's like, oh, it's not your son anymore, you're still going to put the money up. And he's like, I don't want to. He's like, well, if you don't, everyone's going to think you're a prick. And it's like, well, if I do, I'm going to have no money left. And that, like, I really liked how he was wrestling with that.
And, like, social media being a huge element of that.
So you're going to get cancelled if you don't do this.
Exactly.
And then when he does the right thing, then it all comes back at him and he gets screwed anyway. Like, I really did enjoy that. But, yeah, I think even that was just a bit ham-fistedly done. It's just like, you're going to get cancelled. Like, literally says you're going to get cancelled.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of that stuff about, like, oh, look, you're on social media. You're like Brooklyn's fucking what do they call him? Like,
you got
Black Panther, Brooklyn or whatever. I'm just like, oh. I feel like if I had a lot of love for New York, I might like this movie. It seemed like a bit of a love letter to like Brooklyn and New York. It was a lot of like, look how cool New York is.
A lot of his movies are.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
But they're much better ones.
Yeah, right. Fair enough. Yeah.
I would say, like, I'd really recommend for you watching 25th Hour.
Yeah, okay.
That came out in 2002, and it's like the best 9/11 movie.
Oh, really? Okay.
Because, like, there's like a really good sequence where they go to someone's apartment and they live across from the World Trade Center, and like it's just, at the time it's just like a pit. Basically, then,
right,
and they're like, you're really living in like, like you're living in New York in like a period of trauma, basically. Right. And the whole movie, like, the movie's not about that, but then like that just has like the tone for it, and like they just captured, and like, well, I don't live in New York, I never have, and I especially didn't live there, in the early 2000s. But like, it just really seemed like it captured a truth about New York.
Right.
Here, like, I don't know what, like, I feel like Spike Lee is just too rich and successful. Like,
it's like he doesn't understand the common man.
I don't think so. I don't think he sympathized with like the young felon character. I think he's like, this guy.
This is what's wrong with music.
Yeah, this guy's just trying to take a shortcut. Like he didn't work hard like Denzel, so like he doesn't deserve a break.
I forgot about the scene on the train with the Yankees fan just starting chants.
Oh, yeah.
He turns around and just screams it right down the barrel of the camera.
Yeah.
He's like, Chicago sucks. It's like, all right, sure, whatever you say.
I believe it.
I
recognize that actor too. That guy on the subway who was doing the chants.
I was like, is this just actually a random fan that they just put in the movie?
You know what, man? Now I'm starting to think. I feel like I recognize him from something.
I didn't recognize him.
Okay.
But yeah, I think
I'll look him up.
Yeah, I don't know. I felt like the police in this movie were like the most incompetent police.
They're way too incompetent for setting up a headquarters.
It was comical how incompetent those police officers were, and just like they were giant pricks to everyone. Well, apart from to him, I suppose.
Yeah, because
which I think they were trying to make that point, right? Like, because he's the big, rich, successful guy, they're showing him respect, and everyone else they're treating like shit. But it was like so overbearingly done. It was just like nobody would be like that in real life. When he comes in and goes, "Hey, I was on the phone to the guy and I recognize his voice. This is the dude," and they're just like, "Shut the fuck up, you idiot! We're talking to this kid for no reason."
Wow, another guy listened to true crime podcasts who thinks that he can solve this murder.
But they were doing literally nothing.
And the kidnapped son said, hey, he had a song that went like this. He kept playing this over and over again.
That's the song. And then Denzel's like, this is the song they were playing, and it sounds exactly like the guy who was on the phone. And I love the way he was like, the vulture was like, oh, we'll have to get AI to listen to it. And he's like, goddamn AI can't listen to music like I can, which they'd already set up previously when they were talking about AI algorithms wrecking music.
It's pretty crazy that this guy's a music mogul, and no one had the idea of like, oh, maybe this is a struggling musician who did the kidnapping. Yeah. Like, no police officer had that theory at all.
And the other thing as well that I might just be getting into just nitpicking now because it annoyed me, but it just seemed like not reasonable for when they figured out who this kid was and they had his address, and Denzel Washington's like, I'm going to go to his house.
Yeah.
It's like, nobody if that is any kind of real person, there is no way in hell he's got people to do that for him. If you're a millionaire, you're not going to a house of some fella to rough him up.
That it only makes sense for him to go there because he listened to the song and he thinks this kid's got talent.
Yes,
but it
exactly.
doesn't go.
That's not what he's doing. He goes there to fuck him up.
And like they have that extended sequence in the recording studio. Yeah. Why have that in there if it doesn't lead to that direction?
Exactly. That's what I mean. Like everything in the movie was pointing to he's going to go to the recording studio and be like, "Guess what? I fucking love that song. I'll forgive you.
The front, from the front
I'll forgive
to
you
the
for
back.
kidnapping my friend's son
for trying to kidnap and harm my son."
Yeah, and then well, I'll sign you on, and like we'll turn your whole life around and show that you don't have to do bad things.
Yeah,
although that wouldn't have really worked.
It would have set a terrible precedent.
Yeah, but everything in the movie was saying that's what's going to happen. It's like, no, actually, he was just going there because he literally wants to shoot him.
I guess so. It was impossible to decipher that character's motivations.
Yeah. Like when he decides to shoot through the window and run away, I was like, oh, okay, I guess we're doing like an action scene chase now on for reasons. And I really felt bad for Jeffrey Wright, where he's like, oh, I've got glass in my eye, and he said it like three times.
Got glass in my eye. I can't do Jeffrey Wright. That's too tough.
And then everybody, and then Denzel goes, well, enough. So he's by himself on the road, and he goes, there's glass in my eye again, just in case you're wondering what happened to his eye. And I was like, he didn't mean to say it again.
I didn't catch that. He says it twice?
He says it to himself, like Denzel's already gone, and he sits down, and it's like, it's almost like, in his mind, he's like, oh, maybe people don't understand what's happened to my eye, so he's, oh, there is glass in my eye, which nobody would ever say, even if it happened to you. It's so fucking stupid. I was like, why are you making him say that? Just don't. Oh man, yeah, I really didn't like this movie.
Okay. Yeah, I think that this is a pretty interesting one because, like, you're way more down on this one than I am. But like, usually when that happens, I love the movie.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Because I was like, I wonder because
I was like, this is it's a 3 out of 5. Has some interesting ideas, poorly executed.
Yeah, because I was a bit like, am I taking crazy pills? Because I saw like a bunch of reviews saying like, oh, it's a triumph and it's like getting.
Well, so
and I was like,
in my opinion,
I don't understand.
In my opinion,
what am I missing?
What's like what happened with BlacKkKlansman and the Five Bloods, and what seems to be happening for this one is Spike Lee has such a great reputation. It's kind of carrying him forward a little bit. I think that's what's happening right here. That's just what I think.
Yeah, because when I finished, I just like, I don't understand how you can listen to that score and be like, this is a great movie. Like that alone, just like I just couldn't. Couldn't bear it.
The score disqualifies it from being considered to be like a good movie, for sure.
Any movie that like it wasn't even like TV movie level. It was like that ramped up. Where like somebody accidentally, like it's like someone accidentally put the wrong fucking mix into the movie.
Someone sat on the mixing board.
Yeah, it's like somebody
or something?
accidentally put the wrong track in and accidentally made it way too loud. It was so weird. Oh man, yeah. Anyway, I'm going around in circles talking about it.
Yeah.
But,
well, you're not wrong. Like it's probably the worst sounding movie I've heard in a long.
And it's a movie about music.
Yeah, it does.
Like if they just screwed the score and just put a soundtrack on it, because there was a few good songs in there.
Well, when it's playing those two, like the last song and
even throw a couple of classics,
the front
in
to
there,
the back one, they sound really good. But like when the son says, "Hey, 4 of the top 10 songs on Spotify right now, they're from your label." I'm like, yeah, fucking play them. Play those songs.
Put any songs in here. Like
they say this guy's talent is he can listen to any song, and then he has a great ear and he has a great eye for like discovering talent. Mm-hmm. Like, why didn't this movie try to show us new talent? Like, and I guess like the girl at the end is what they're trying to do.
I think that's what I was saying about like. I like the ending more because that end scene where he like discovers that girl singing, I was like, I'd love to see what happens next. I wish that was this movie. Like, can we just start the movie with that scene, or have that scene be the end of Act 1, and then I'll watch the rest of the movie?
Well, if I'm being honest, like she was a great singer, but it's not very commercial.
No, that's very true. That's very true. That's what he's gonna help her with.
Yeah, she's sort of like an Alicia Keys type of thing. Is that sort of person going to be?
I don't know what popular music
going to be
is
successful
anymore,
nowadays.
Trevor.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't know what popular music is anymore. But I don't think that was the problem with the movie.
But just like choose interesting songs to have going on in the background if you're not gonna like pay to have a big score. Like
yeah,
I don't know, like this. Yeah, just like that freaking piano over and over again.
It was
stupid.
It was so weird, and it wasn't. That's the thing. It wasn't even like there was one thing wrong with it. It wasn't like, oh, that's too loud, or oh, that doesn't really fit. It's like it doesn't fit at all. It's just like random filler music you picked at random.
It does seem like
slapped it
filler.
on the scene and like put it front and center and made it the whole focus, and it doesn't make any sense. It's like I couldn't get my head around it at all. I still can't.
Yeah,
it blows my mind. It really does.
I'm not as mad about it as you are, but I completely agree with what you're saying.
I don't even know why I'm so mad about it, but I think it's just because I was really hoping to like the movie. I was like, I'm ready to be into this. I'm ready to be a convert.
You're just like, okay, yeah, Spike Lee, show me what you got.
Yeah, Spike Lee, Jeffrey Wright. Like, this is going to be a romping great time.
Yeah, we'll definitely watch Malcolm X. Like,
yeah, I think I picked the wrong one.
Yeah, Malcolm X, I think, is the best. Like, it might be the best biopic of all time. Like, it's really, really good.
Okay,
it's very, very good. Yeah, I like most of his movies. Like like up until like the mid 2000s, like he has an incredible hit ratio.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that's why I was disappointed as well, because I tangentially, from knowing who Spike Lee is, know that he's a very talented guy and he's done a lot of very excellent movies. So I was like, okay, like maybe I'll get on the train and watch this one. I'm like, this can't be it. Like, what's happened? What's happened? Like, did Apple TV put the wrong movie on here? I don't understand.
It's like your first Spielberg movie is Ready Player One.
Right, yeah.
Or something.
You're like, I've heard Ready Player One's better than this. I've heard this guy's amazing. Let's see what happens. Oh my word, what's this?
Yeah. Oh, it's the BFG.
Oh, I got a soft spot for the BFG.
I've not actually seen it, so I shouldn't talk trash about it.
I mean, I've got a soft spot for the book more than the movie.
The book's great.
Yeah.
Maybe we should just go through.
Just do Roald Dahl movies. Yeah. Maybe that'll be our next project. We'll just do. There's been a lot of great Roald Dahl movies.
That's not bad. Fantastic Mr. Fox, Matilda,
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah, man. Okay.
Yeah, we're doing it.
Well, I don't hate this.
Well, we'll have to wait till the next one.
Wasn't he like a big racist though?
Well, I think he dialed that back a bit, but yeah,
he did. He dialed it back a bit.
Yeah, I think he said some stuff.
He was like an anti-Semite or something.
Yeah,
right?
he said some problematic things, but I think he walked it back. I think he apologized before he died, but maybe he didn't. But yes, I definitely know that there was some problematic stuff there.
Well, don't mean to go into this. Talk about Roald Dahl.
I don't know how we got into Roald Dahl the anti-Semite, but here we go.
All right, well, why don't we wind this down here? I
feel like it's been a bit of a bummer week, though. Like, I hated both of these movies. I didn't like Cobra, and I didn't like this movie.
Kind of similar that I'd probably give them both like, like a...
Yeah, you're a bit more kinder, I think, than I am.
4 out of 6.5.
Maybe I'm just having a grumpy week, because, man, did I hate both of those movies.
Okay. Well, Universal Soldier, we're going to come back strong, and next week we're going to cover One Battle After...
Oh, yes.
Wait, what is it again? It's One Battle After Another?
I think so, right?
Okay.
Is that it?
Yeah. Vineland is
all these wordy names, man. I can't keep track of them.
I'm really looking forward to this one. We're gonna see this on 70mm.
Yes. It's the plan, at least.
That's the plan. So I'm going camping this weekend, so we can't cover it this weekend.
Yes.
But I'm hoping that it stays in 70mm long enough for us to see it.
Well, I mean, if it's not in 70mm, we'll have to see it in regular boring IMAX, I suppose.
We will cover it, and there's a high likelihood of some guest stars coming on.
There you go. We'll tease it a bit.
Yeah. But no, I'm that one's going to be great.
Yeah.
I have no doubt about it.
Well, don't jinx it now, Trevor. Come on.
Okay. Let's parachute out of here.
Yeah, okay. Well, on that guarantee, that's the final word.